What is up everybody, it's your boy Cameron Bash here and welcome back to the Movement channel. Today is a day we've all been waiting for patiently for quite some time now, for it is the day of the January WWE 2K22 information reveal. Now before we get into this absolutely massive news drop covering tons of brand new WWE 2K22 information, there's a couple of things that we wanted to say. First off, a big thank you to the fine folks over at 2K for providing us with this information so that we could bring it all to you in these videos on our channel. It's much appreciated from us and we just wanted to disclose that information so that you guys were fully aware of where we got all these details from. The second thing we wanted to note right at the start of this video is that if you've been listening to any alleged leaks over the last week or so and you think you already know everything that 2K planned to reveal today, let me tell you right now, that's incorrect and there's a lot more here to share. So, strap in everyone and get ready, because we've got a lot to cover here today. Now we're going to break this video down into three main parts, because there are three big pieces of information to go over here. We have the January 2K headquarters trailer, the Sam Roberts, Brian Saxton and Rey Mysterio press conference, and an official press release containing loads of extra spicy bits of information that you guys need to know about. So to start with, let's take a look at this trailer. It opens with the line, WWE 2K headquarters, followed by the line, 50 days to launch, which from today is March 11th, giving us our very first official confirmation of what the release date for this game is going to be. Following on from that, the trailer stars probably the last person you'd ever expect to see in a WWE 2K trailer, the massive YouTube streamer himself, Tim the Tatman. Definitely a very strange pick from the perspective of most hardcore fans, I'm sure, but ultimately, as this is a trailer, this will be used to try and sell the game to people who aren't already going to buy it, and I'm pretty sure having one of the biggest gaming content creators on the planet in the trailer is going to do just that. Tim then walks around the WWE 2K headquarters, where he interacts with various WWE superstars, as well as other people, such as Machine Gun Kelly, and various members of the 2K staff. The trailer then finishes up with a few quick shots of some gameplay, a few shots of My GM mode, an awesome graphic featuring the cover art for the game, and then wraps up with the screenshots that show off the three different versions of the game, showing off that cover art officially for the very first time, the release date for the game, the fact that the game can be pre-ordered now, and that you can get 3 playable versions of The Undertaker as a pre-order bonus. Now, seeing as we have a lot to cover in this video, we're going to do another separate video breaking down this trailer where we go through it frame by frame, showing you everything that you need to see. To be 100% honest with you guys, there's a lot of awesome stuff in this trailer, but there were some things that we were slightly disappointed with too, so make sure to check that video out when it's live, which we'll leave a link to in the video description below. Moving on from that trailer, we have the press conference between Brian Saxton, Sam Roberts and Rey Mysterio. Now this was a 22-minute long interview with Rey Mysterio, asking him various questions related to both his career and the game. It was an interesting listen, with a few notable quotes, which we wanted to share with you guys here. This is Rey Mysterio talking about what it means to him to be on the cover of the game.
Thank you very much for joining us today, man. This is an incredible moment for me, really. You know, to be able to represent the culture of Lucha Libre as a cover superstar of WWE 2K22. It's a moment of great pride, not just for me, but for the generations that come after me and for all my people, man, for all the Latinos out there, man. This is a great moment, definitely.
And this is Rey talking about what it felt like when he first found out he was going to be the cover star.
Walk us through the moment you found out that you were actually going to be the cover superstar for 2K22.
Man, it's almost like you're in a moment, like, no, really? This is really gonna happen? So I heard all the hype and the work that we were putting in, but it still hadn't hit me yet. And I think it didn't really hit me until just a couple days that it was getting ready that we were getting ready to make the announcement and release the date. So that's when it really hit. And, you know, it was just something that's very special to me because of all the years that I put in this business. A lot of feedback that I get from the fans saying, Rey, you're one of the favorite superstars that I love to pick when I play you on PlayStation or Xbox or whatever their favorite game station might be. So to hear all of that and now to know that part of the cover, like this is it. And I think it's a great time for me too, because I really don't know how many years I have left in this career. So I think that this timing was like right on point. This just put the cherry on top of the icing.
As far as details on the game goes though, this press conference was pretty dry in terms of that and was mostly focused on Rey and his real life. In fact, the only piece of game news that was confirmed is that these 3 matches will appear in Rey Mysterio's showcase mode. Those being Rey Mysterio vs Eddie Guerrero at WrestleMania 21, Rey Mysterio vs HBK at Eddie Guerrero's tribute show, and Rey Mysterio vs The Undertaker at the Royal Rumble. Other than that, it was a lot of talk about Rey's career and the type of things that he'd like to do in the game when he gets to play it, so if you'd like to have a listen to this entire press conference in full, then we'll leave a link to it in the video description down below so that you can enjoy it in your own time. But finally, here for you guys today, we've got the granddaddy of them all, the official press release relating to this trailer and interview that gives us a lot of in-depth details about the game and some of the things that we can expect for it. So, to kick it off, it reads at the top, WWE 2K22 hits different with high-flying cover superstar Rey Mysterio. Next installment in WWE 2K franchise set to launch on March 11th, 2022 with a redesigned game engine, new controls, stunning graphics and all new game modes. It then talks more about Rey Mysterio and covers some of the same quotes we played for you earlier in the video. We got a nice additional quote here though from someone that works at 2K, which reads, "Throughout his career, Rey Mysterio has staged multiple comebacks to prove his resiliency time and time again, and through it all has cemented his legacy as a living legend of sports entertainment," said Alfie Brody, Vice President of Global Marketing Strategy at 2K. In that same spirit of resiliency, WWE 2K22 strikes back with a slew of upgrades and community-requested features to give players complete control over the WWE experience. I'm quite a fan of this quote, as it speaks a lot to the attitude that they have towards this game. They understand how they messed up with WWE 2K20, and they want to use this game as a comeback moment so that people remember this franchise for the great thing that it can be. Moving down the press release, the next part reads, "All the features players can handle. From the redesigned gameplay engine to new controls and upgraded visuals, WWE 2K22 is set to look, feel, play, and hit different. The engine, coupled with WWE 2K's most stunning graphics to date, ensures an unprecedented level of realism for the franchise. Alongside an updated and intuitive control scheme, as well as an immersive presentation and varied camera angles, players will feel the pressure and reward of every punch, kick, and slam. Popular game modes, including the returning 2K Showcase starring Rey Mysterio, incorporate new features and updates, allowing players to relive the iconic moments behind Mysterio's most famous matches. In My Rise, players chart their own paths to superstardom. With Universe Mode and the upgraded Creation Suite, WWE 2K22 offers players the ability to fully customize their WWE experience down to the smallest details. From taking control over brands, premium live events, match results, rivalries and more, or creating the ultimate custom superstar personas, arenas, and championships, players can share all their creations with the global WWE 2K22 community with first time ever cross-platform sharing. That's right, you heard me correct folks. WWE 2K22's community creations will feature cross-platform sharing for the first time in the game franchise history. Now we assume that this will mean that Xbox players will be able to upload content and have that downloaded by PlayStation and PC players and vice versa, which is incredible news to hear. We need to wait to find out more details about this before we get too excited, but right now, this is sounding incredible. With that blurb, we also got confirmation that the Creation Suite is going to be upgraded in some sort of way, and will also include the return of the ability to create arenas, championships, and superstars, so I would imagine it's safe to say that we won't lose any Creation Suite features this year. It also reiterates a lot of the stuff we've heard before about the game already, having new controls, a redesigned engine, and stunning graphics, but other than the graphics, which always change from the trailer to the final game anyway, we still don't have a lot to go off when it comes to these features, other than that they promise to improve the experience. I hope moving forward we can get a bit more concrete information about what exactly is redesigned about the engine, and what about the new controls make them better from the old controls. Continuing on with the press release, it reads, "In addition, WWE 2K22 will introduce new modes to the WWE 2K experience, My GM and My Faction. In My GM, players step into the role of a WWE General Manager and call the shots on their way to building the biggest brand in the WWE universe. From drafting the ultimate roster of WWE superstars and legends to developing iconic rivalries and championship showdowns, players will get the chance to take their reins and prove themselves on sports entertainment's biggest stages. With a franchise-first My Faction mode, players can collect and manage their dream faction with weekly events and regular updates, providing tremendous challenges and replay value. These new and returning game modes are sounding just as exciting as they did when they were first announced, but just like with the engine and controls, we'd like a bit more information about these new game modes at this stage. My Rise is obviously okay, as we understand that to be the new career mode of the game, so we already have an idea of what to expect with that. But both My Faction and how My GM is going to work in WWE 2K22 remain a mystery at this time, so it'd be nice to have a gameplay walkthrough or something like that. Now we move into the final portion of the press release, which gives us a full breakdown of everything we can expect with each edition of the game, as well as the price we can expect to pay for them. WWE 2K22 editions and pre-order bonus. WWE 2K22 features 4 editions of the game: the Standard Edition, Cross-Gen Digital Bundle, Deluxe Edition, and in celebration of the 25th anniversary of the New World Order faction, NWO for Life Digital Edition. The Standard Edition will be available for $59.99 on previous gen platforms, those being PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC, and for $69.99 on current gen consoles, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, in both physical and digital formats. The cross-gen bundle will be available for $79.99 and includes the digital standard edition and the Starcade 96 Rey Mysterio pack across previous and current gen within the same PlayStation and Xbox consoles. The Deluxe Edition will be available for $99.99 for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S in both physical and digital formats, and on PC in digital format. The Deluxe Edition includes the Standard Edition plus the Undertaker Immortal Pack, a Season Pass to all 5 post-launch DLC content packs, the My Rise Mega Boost and Supercharger packs, Limited Edition WWE Supercard content, included in-box for physical copies only. Players who pre-order the Deluxe Edition before March 8th, 2022 will also receive early access to the game 3 days ahead of launch. Players who purchase the PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series XS Edition will also receive the Starcade 96 Rey Mysterio pack. The NWO for Life Edition will be available for $119.99 for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC in digital format. Celebrating 25 years of the faction that turned the sports entertainment world on its head, in addition to the Standard Edition and all bonus content included in the Deluxe Edition, the NWO for Life Edition comes with My Faction Evo cards and alternate NWO attires for Hollywood Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and Six, plus a playable Eric Bischoff character, WCW Sold Out 1997 and WCW Bash at the Beach 1996 arenas, and the NWO Wolfpack Championship. Players who pre-order the NWO for Life Edition before March 8, 2022 will also receive early access to the game 3 days ahead of launch. Players who pre-order the Standard Edition and Cross-Gen Digital Bundle will also receive the Undertaker Immortal Pack, which includes 3 additional Undertaker personas, My Faction Evo cards for Undertaker, plus My Faction perks and bonuses, including an Undertaker My Faction logo card, Undertaker My Faction wallpaper card, and Undertaker My Faction nameplate card. This pack is also included in the Deluxe Edition and NWO for Life Edition at launch. Now, there was quite a lot to go over there with all the different versions of the game, but hopefully after hearing in depth what all of them include, you can easily make the choice of which one is right for you. But there we have it, guys. After what is probably our longest video in quite some time, that is everything that you need to know about the WWE 2K22 January reveal. I have to say, we're quite satisfied to a degree with what we've seen revealed here today, especially the news regarding cross-platform community creations. But we sincerely hope that this acts as a launching pad for a lot more to come from 2K before we reach that release date of March 11th and March 8th for early access people. There's loads more that we want to hear about the game before it's released, and we're looking forward to what 2K has to show next. What did you all think of this reveal today? Are you satisfied with what you've heard here today? Or were you needing something more at this stage? We'd love to hear all your thoughts in the comment section down below, and while you're down there, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe for more WWE 2K22 content. Thanks very much for watching this video, guys, and we'll see you soon for another one.